Hello, and welcome to Guided Towards Greatness over at the Energetic Movement Collective. My name is Julie Wynn, and my intention is to uplift, inspire, motivate, and provide tips and tools to dance studio owners, teachers, and dancers so that way we all may tap into our inner greatness and push the power of our possibilities and to really be able to dream big and to see those dreams come into our life. It is my greatest hope for you who's watching that you know that it is possible to live the life of your dreams, and sometimes you just need somebody to hold space for you so you can really tap in, tune in to what it is that is calling you, what is pulling at your heartstrings, and to give you courage and encouragement to go after what is possible for you. So it's pushing each other towards greatness, being guided towards greatness, and yeah. So thank you for stopping by, and if you haven't already, click subscribe below and share with those who you think may be inspired by the messages that are here today. So let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about how to lose students with grace. Oh, it's such a hard topic. And again, we as studio owners, we attend all these seminars and we work on our business and we figure out how to retain students or how to become more organized. And really, my thing is how to attract and retain students. And the truth of it is that your space, your studio space, is one that is infused with your love, your vision, and your passion. And of course, we want to hold on to the people that we love so strongly. But the truth is that our studio is like water, and in order for us to continue to be on our own spiritual path of growth, evolution, and insight, and increasing our own ability to love and to be creative and to expand the scope of what is possible for our own studio, there are going to be times when we lose students, and it's tough. It really is tough, and I've been grateful that I had great mentors when I was running the studio, and I cannot say that I was the beacon of purity, love, and example of what I'm about to tell you now, but it was through trial and error experience and having my two mentors guide me. I was able to get better and better at learning how to let go of my clients with grace and honor and integrity, and to still be a part of their life after they have left the studio space. Again, not easy, and here's why. So if you are a parent who's watching this too, gaining insight onto the hearts of the studio owner, I think, is important. And then again, on the other side, for studio owners, putting yourself in the parent or the dancer's shoes is also important. And I think what this does is create this space for each other to meet each other, and time for the feelings of the ego to vibrate, and just be aware of those feelings. And once you can think about all aspects and all sides of what's actually going on, you're creating space for your spirit to speak and your spirit to take over the actions and really how you want to interact with this situation. Do you want to lose your students with resentment, anger, and heartache, or which is the ego side, or can you let go of your students and bless them on their journey and hold gratitude for the time that you spent together, for what they added to your space, and most importantly, for the lessons that they brought you. The biggest teachers in my life were always my students. They taught me about life, how to be playful, how to be fun, how to lean in, how to use your intuition. And they've really challenged me. Probably, I would say, the times that I'm not the most proudest of, but in my darkest of moments, when I definitely did let the ego take over and I was operating more from fear, my students held that space for me and showed me that. And if I wouldn't have had that experience and this failure, so to speak, I wouldn't be where I am now, and I wouldn't have the aha moment and the insight on how to make it different next time, because it's inevitable. It's cyclical. We lose students all the time, and if you have a competitive team, you lose students throughout the year sometimes. And you can lose them to anything. You can lose them just because they want to change, because we're all growing and experiencing life, and maybe this just isn't for them anymore, or maybe they want to try something new, or maybe they're moving, or maybe they just don't want to dance anymore, or maybe they're moving to another studio. Ugh, that's the hardest. But with all of that, how do we let them go with grace? So I think the first thing is to identify what is ego and what is spirit, and to allow yourself to feel both. The ego is going to be full of fear, doubt, resentment, anger. It's going to be questioning what's happening to your program, asking questions like, why don't they like me? Why would they want to leave this? Aren't I good enough? Don't they see everything that I've done for them over the years? Can't they see that if it wasn't for me and my training, that they wouldn't be who they are? How dare them that they want to go to someplace else, and I'm going to have to sit back and watch somebody else take, pride, or what am I trying to say? Anyway, those are some of the things the ego says, and that's okay. Don't resist it, but allow yourself then to go to the other side, which is what spirit says. Spirit comes from love and gratitude and graciousness and abundance and creativity. And I'm going to say it again, abundance, where the ego, when we lose students, thinks that you're losing everybody and you're not going to be left with the program. And spirit reminds you that we live in an abundant universe. And sometimes when things are shifting, it's just an opportunity for space to open up, for more of what we want and aligns with this current vision and flow that we have going on, allows more of that to come in. And sometimes you have to hold space for students to leave because it's their time, and know that if you take this opportunity to sit back, find grace and gratitude, and then also ask yourself, what can I learn from this lesson? And maybe it's learning how to let go, or it's learning how to not take things so personally, or this situation is putting me into practice for how do I really see myself as a teacher. For me, I like to see and think that I am a teacher that is very inspiring, motivating, and loving. And I actually remember, it was one year and we lost a lot of students. They were all going to Palms, and I had to do a real quick check-in with myself and remind myself how unfair that is, that I tell my students every day that I love you. And once they tell me that they're not going to be dancing with me anymore, that I don't love them anymore. That if I say I love you, that I love you, that my love doesn't come with conditions, that it really didn't feel right to me, that I only love you as long as you are dancing with me and are dancing as a part of my studio. And once you leave, I don't love you anymore. So this situation, having a bulk of students leave and having to practice grace as best as I could. I say practice. I am definitely not sitting here saying that I did everything perfectly, because that's not the case at all. But again, each situation is a call to go inward and to learn. And the next time, practice to get it a little bit better. And the next time, practice to get it a little bit better. But now that I'm able to hold space for other people, I would invite you to think of, one, can you see the beauty in each student and to find gratitude for the time that you had together? And then, as my mentor said, bless them on their journey. Know that everybody is on their path, and sometimes their path has nothing to do with you, and or your paths crossed at a time that both of you guys needed each other. And just because you're moving on, that doesn't mean that the time spent wasn't worthwhile, or that the love that you gave in that time together is taken for granted and it was pointless, and now you feel depleted because you feel like you're constantly giving love and people are constantly leaving and nobody's giving you love back. That sometimes can be a real feeling. So every season we shed, and there's nobody's wrong or right or bad or good. It's just this season of shedding. And so focus on the continued vision of what you want to create. Realign with the soul of your space and continue to live with as much love as possible. So